Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am here today to rewind plan our vacation week from January 13th to the 19th. If you saw my pre-plan video a couple weeks ago, you'll know I just laid down like the very basics of this spread. And now I'm coming back to fill in the blanks. I didn't take this planner with me on vacation. I left it at home, but what I did take with me were photocopies of the sheets so that I could fill in the things that we did and have something to go off of to fill this in here. This kit, I did do a full flip through in my original pre-planning video. It's called I can't speak today. Beach Vibes by Print Petticoat Bandit. So if you want to see the full kit, just check that out. But for now, I'm going to grab these pages and we're going to back plan, and I'll tell you guys some stories from the vacation while I'm doing that. Okay, so I put in the alarm clock icon here, a little box, just to mark down our 3:45 alarm clock, or alarm like wake up call, which it ended up being. And then our flight, which I will fill in afterwards. I'm not gonna do an after the pen spread here, I don't think. I'll just put my boxes down and talk about what I'm going to use them for. But our flight, which was scheduled to leave at 6:50, and it left at 7:50, so it's not terrible for winter travel. Just a moment, I need a drink. Okay, sorry about that. Not terrible for winter travel in Canada. I think the only thing that delayed us leaving was there had been some freezing rain that morning, so they had to de-ice. So it wasn't terrible. Okay, I want to put a box down here to mark. So the first thing that sort of happened after, I'm not sure I'm going to use these, so I'm just going to set them aside. And these I'll probably come back to and fill in. So I need boxes. So the first thing I want to mark is that we found a girl's Apple Watch at security. And it's honestly kind of crazy what happened, but you know how a lot of airport security is like totally automated now. We put our bags through. They went through fine. I went through the metal detector, no problem. But both our bags did get pulled into like secondary. And while we were waiting, there was a girl ahead of us. I'm just looking to see if there's like a phone icon or anything here. I don't think there is though, and I'm thinking no phone in here. Probably no watch. It would be kind of funny or weird if there was a watch. Where's that other little... Okay, I'm gonna put these little guys aside. I am gonna use some of these. I didn't think I would originally, but I do have a use for them. These I probably won't need, so I'm going to set those aside. Let me just put a heart. So I think what I'm going to do is find a box that fits in that spot, which I think one of these will, maybe the pink one. Yeah. So what happened was, so this girl was there ahead of us, and let me try to put this in here just to... I was going to see if I would have room to add one more tiny little box underneath. I don't think so, but I could probably just handwrite it and I'll tell you about that one in a second. It doesn't matter. Okay. She was ahead of us. She had her bag checked. She was there for quite a while. And then we went up. And so my husband's bag was checked, and then he sort of stepped aside to like repack his stuff, and I went up to the counter, did my thing. They didn't even open either of our bags, so it must have just been something that looked funny on the on the x-ray. And then when I went back to where my husband was standing, he realized that there was an Apple Watch in the, what's it called? Like in the bin next to his on the bench. And he held it up to me, and I thought, oh my God, it's that girl's. So we talked about, like, quickly whether or not we should hand it in to security, like lost and found, and hope that she gets it. But I said to my husband, if she even realizes that it's gone, she's not going to know where she lost it. I'm just putting a box down here for the bus ride to the resort, because it was a long 90-minute ride. And maybe I'll put, is there one car there? Is that the only car? Yeah, it's also crooked. That it's gonna, like, what are the chances? So I said, you know what, there are not many places that she can go from here. Like, she's obviously getting on an international flight, so why don't we take it with us and see if we can find her, and if not, then we'll hand it into like one of the for heaven's sake, like, my mind is literally gone right now. I woke up with a cold this morning. Like one of the gate desks is what I'm trying to say. So we went down, and, like, yeah, there are limited places that you can go after that, but the departure area for international flights is quite big. We were looking around, we couldn't see her, and my husband wanted to get breakfast before the flight. So I said, okay, you order your breakfast. I'm gonna take a quick look around and see if I can find her. Okay, that's for check-in. I'm gonna mark where we actually went for dinner each night on this box here in the sidebar, I think, because there's a little dinners thing. I do want to mark that we went for dinner, though. The bus ride, check-in. We also went to the internet office. Which, let's see if there's a little computer or a laptop or something. Probably not. Cuba is such an interesting place, you guys. Oh, there might be, oh, the laptop on here is huge. I don't think I'm going to use that. It's enormous. Okay, I'll just put this little yellow pin to match that. Okay, so then we checked in. We went to the snack bar to get something little to eat. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put down a box. We're gonna put down a pink box. Okay, and then we'll get a little pizza here. Let's see if I can move this one over there. Whoops. Okay, and that one there. Okay, perfect. The snack bar, my husband, and then we had dinner. And then is that it? Yes, well, we actually had to go back to the internet office, but I'm not going to mark that. So I will mark dinner. Oh, I did also put my feet in the ocean quickly between there. But I don't think, well, I can mark it. Okay, like that. And then I'll use this little yellow one here, or maybe a pink one. Like that. And then I'll grab one of these little bows. Whoops, it's a green one. And I'll just put that there to mark that I just put my feet in the ocean. Okay, let me chat quickly about what's going to be for Tuesday morning, and then as I find boxes for them, I will tell you the story of what, of this girl with the Apple Watch. Okay, so we had breakfast. My husband actually went for breakfast. I slept in, and then ate later. So I'm going to put, and then what did we do in the morning? Just, so we swam in the ocean, and then we went for lunch. Oh, and the gardener gave me a little thing. So let's use this one. Okay, so yeah, so I told my husband, okay, go order your breakfast, and I'm just gonna take a little walk around to see if I can find her. So she had, like, I had noticed at the desk, she had a pretty distinctive hair, not like a distinctive hairstyle, but sort of, because she had pulled her hair up like in a knot, and she had like a little like stretchy elastic around it, but at one piece was like falling out, so it was easy to, like, I was looking for someone who basically just had a like a lock of hair hanging down. Sorry, like multitasking apparently is really hard for me. So I am walking through, walking around the terminal looking for her. Finally, I spot her as she's in line to get on her flight. And I run over and I tap her on the shoulder and I said, "Did you leave this at security?" And she was like, "Oh my God." And she gasped and she said, "I didn't even know it was missing. How did you know it was mine?" And I said, "Well, we saw you at security." And I said, like, there's no way she's gonna remember. So I think we should, like I said, I just have a feeling that we're gonna find you. And she was like, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Can I give you a hug?" And I said, "Yeah, sure." Like, I'm a hugger. And so she gave me a hug, and the woman behind her was like, "Oh my gosh, I have chills." Like, it was actually really funny, and cute. So that is the story of how we returned an Apple Watch to a random girl in the airport, literally about 3 minutes before she got on the plane. Also, it's not lost on me that we're 18 minutes into this, or so, and I am only on day 2. This might be a long video. We had tons of adventures while we were in Cuba. So I'm going to use this to mark our ocean swim, but I think I'm going to turn it this way. Okay, and then I know there is a little bathing suit here, and I think I'm going to use that. Okay. Then we went for lunch, and then we had to switch rooms. So let me mark, I'll just put down a little, where are my little ones here? Or I also have some little flags, I think, too. I don't want to forget about them. So these ones are too big just to mark lunch, but these aren't. So how about this little pink one here? It's not coming up. There, maybe. Okay. So we'll mark lunch just there. And then we did our room switch. So the reason that we switched rooms was that we got a free upgrade when we got there, which was lovely. And we're certainly not complaining about that. The problem with the room that we got was that these like upgraded rooms, or like allegedly upgraded rooms, don't have showers. They only have bathtubs. And the bathtubs did have like a wand, but they did not have any way to keep the water from getting all over. So literally the first time that we tried to use it, we flooded the room, like completely flooded the room. It was ridiculous. So we asked them, like that was Monday. We literally were like wringing out little like our bath towels for like, I don't know, 45 minutes, and they were like, each time that we like filled them and or like mopped up water and then wrung them out, they were full, like completely soaked with water. It was kind of insane. And we were laughing, like it was really funny. But like we need showers. So we talked to them like after breakfast on Tuesday morning, and they said they would do their best to move us, because they had to send someone to like mop up our floor on Monday night. Like it was so silly. So and then the other thing was that we had requested a first floor room, and they put us on the third floor. So the problem was that we had requested a first floor room, but we had also paid for an ocean view. And at this resort, and I think many others in that particular area right now, or like in the past couple of years, they've built like a sort of like a forest between the like resort and the ocean. So like here where the lady's like looking out at the ocean, and in most resorts, like, you know, you can sort of anywhere you walk in the resort, you can see the ocean, or like at least, you know, down that in that spot. There was like foliage, like all, and I say a forest, it's not quite a forest, but it was oh, I could have used that one. Oh, well, that's okay. That's funny. Like a dense foliage. And then there were like ramps to go over, like over the foliage onto the beach, which was fine. It meant that we didn't, you couldn't see the actual, ocean completely from like the main sort of like ground level of the resort. Which wasn't like, it wasn't a big deal. The lobby was like up, we could sit in the lobby. It was lovely. But because we had paid for an ocean view room, they had to give us one on the 3rd floor, because from the rooms, that's the only way that you can see the ocean. So we just asked them, the reason we had asked for a ground floor room was because of my back. So I had talked about it a few times in previous videos in November, December, probably January as well, about my back injury. And we, like walking up, like it's a little bit better, but walking up all of these flights of stairs on slippery stairs, because when they get a bit wet, they get really slippery, was a disaster. So, so that wasn't going to work for us, unfortunately. So we did ask for a ground floor room. And what it meant was that, like, technically we had to give up our, like, we were in the fancy, fancy upgraded room, and they had to put us in a different building, which was fine. Like, nothing else was different about it, and we hadn't even paid for the upgrade, so it was more than fine. Okay, so I started Wednesday without really going over what we did. So breakfast, we spent some time at the pool bar, which is what I was going to use these for. I mean, we definitely weren't drinking like fancy champagne, but the only other drinking one I have is this one, and maybe I'll use that one. Here, we'll use this one here. I think my dog is dreaming, if you can hear her. Because we hung out in the lobby for a bit. Okay, so breakfast, pool bar, then we had our beach swim. So let me find a box for that. And then we had lunch at the beach snack bar, and then we actually went back to the room and we napped for a while. So I'm going to use this one for the beach swim. Like so. And then I'll use maybe this one just to mark. Oh, that's really big though. Okay, I won't use that. I'll use another of these little things here. So I want to put down a box for the nap. Maybe I should do that first. You know, very important vacation things that occurred. So let's use this one. Put this one, I could put it after our nap. We did dinner, and then we went to the lobby to relax for a while, and then there was a band playing, and that was it. Tinky. Sorry, the dog is barking. Okay, I'm just gonna put this here. Like so. And then I will use one of these little tired girls. Where's the sheet I was using before? Maybe I can make them all match. So we'll use this one. We were just going to like rest for a few minutes at that point. And we ended up, well, my husband fell asleep and slept for 4 hours. And I dozed on and off for probably 2 as well. Okay, so I don't really have room to mark lunch, but I'll write it in under there. It'll be fine. Okay, so I actually skipped our reservation that night and went to the buffet for dinner because the a la carte restaurants were really, really not our favorite, to be honest. We did not enjoy them so much. So let's say pink here. Maybe one of these. For dinner. And a little here there. Pink, blue. Sorry, the Frenchie is totally snorting under the desk right now. Okay, and then we hung out in the lobby. So maybe this one. I think the only thing, yeah, so we went to the lobby, and then the only other thing, there was a band playing that I think I want to use this for. So let's just make sure. Oh yeah, it'll be fine. So there was this band there on Wednesday night that it was a 3-person band, and they had a fiddler who was like seriously amazing, a guitarist who was also very talented, and a drummer. And they honestly, like, they were so good. It blew our minds. Like, they did covers of all kinds of like popular songs. I got a bit of video of them doing what's it called? Sorry, yeah, I got video of them doing the Game of Thrones theme song, I think. My husband said I didn't watch Game of Thrones, so I couldn't even tell you. Don't come at me for that. Okay, that's Wednesday. We're half an hour into the video almost, or just about, and we've done less than half the week. Ooh, well done, Kate. Okay, let's move on to Thursday. Let me get a drink first. Sorry, I woke up this morning with like a really yucky cold. So my throat is not so great. Just wanted to see if I had something I could use to mark that we went to bed like pretty early on Wednesday night. I think I saw another alarm clock somewhere, but I'm not gonna mark that. Maybe I will put just this little push pin, maybe the blue one. Like that, to mark bed early. Okay. Okay. Thursday. Okay, so my husband was up so early. I don't think he actually slept. Oh, that's right, because the night before in the lobby, I really should have used, instead of this, I should use one of these little coffee cups, because he had like a fancy coffee that night, and he was awake basically the whole night after that. So let me just mark, we'll put it here. Oh, I guess I could leave this little drinks thing. We did have a drink at the, while we were listening to the band. So he actually went out of the room at like from 6 to 8 a.m. He was gone like quite a while. I slept the whole time. I didn't wake up until, like, I had no idea he was even gone until he came back at 8, and that's when I woke up. So let me mark this down. While he was out there, he met a guy who was planning to, he was also out there while his girlfriend was sleeping, and he told my husband that he was planning to propose to his girlfriend that night, which I thought was so flippin' cute. And he wanted to do it at this one restaurant that we went to the first night we were there. It was like the privilege, like for the, what's it called? Like the upgraded fancy things, like fancy rooms, fancy service. And he was like, oh, they say it's really romantic. I'm going to propose there. And I said to my husband, like, did you tell him that actually it's more like a cafeteria than anything else? And he was like, well, no, I didn't want to ruin his plans. And I was like, okay, if I had been there, I would have told him, like, don't do that. Do it like literally. I mean, it was so funny because all of the restaurants, like all of them were fancier than the one that they like claimed was the special like privilege restaurant. It was so bizarre. So, yeah, so my husband did not warn him off, and we did not see the guy at all. So we couldn't warn him. We never saw him again, so we don't know how the how the proposal went, yeah, no idea. So here's hoping it went well and without a hitch. Poor guy. So we went for breakfast, and then we hung out at the pool for the morning. Which I want to put here, but I feel like it needs to go up against something. And if I do that, there's going to be like a funny gap. Maybe I won't use this. Maybe that's a sign. Or maybe I will put it together with this. So let's put this one. How much space? Basically the whole thing. Okay. So we'll put this one just there, and this one. Oh, I literally needed all the space. That's okay. It can cover the header underneath it. That's okay. I don't think we have any other swimming ones, but we do have some book ones, and I did read that morning, although it doesn't look anything pool-like, does it? Okay, I'll leave that one for now. I might throw something down after. Okay, we did the lunch buffet, and then we relaxed again, had naps. We were tired, and then we did the dinner buffet, and honestly went to bed early. So let's mark the lunch buffet with, where is the one I want? I'm always looking like straight at them, and I can never find them. Okay, this time it actually was buried under something, which makes me feel a little better. Okay, let's use this little one to mark lunch. Just there. Okay, and then I will a box down. We got a yellow one here, so maybe this one, to mark our naps again. You know, it's one of those things, like when we've gone away before, we really don't spend tons of time in the room. We will spend like tons of time in like a bally bed by the pool, but we don't like stay in the room very much. This time we found that there was not a lot of like there weren't really places that we could do that. So there weren't any like bally beds, and there weren't any like there wasn't a lot of like full-on shade at the pools either. So and there weren't like little bed things either. It was just like chairs, which are fine. I'm certainly not complaining about that. But they weren't the kind of ones where you can like really relax and just totally chill out. So we didn't like do a ton of relaxing in those spots. We ended up just going back to the room to do that, which was like, again, it's totally fine. It was just different. Okay, I want to mark early to bed with something. Maybe I'll use another one of these little pillow girls. So I used one for our nap on Wednesday over here. I think I won't use a box. I'll just put her down here and write it in. Okay. All right. Friday, breakfast buffet. We hung out in the lobby for a good part of the morning, and then we had our ocean swim. So I don't think we didn't do an ocean swim on Thursday. We were really tired that day. So we did our breakfast buffet. Mark this. Okay, and maybe I'll use another little coffee cup here. So, okay, and then the lobby and then the swim. So let's spent a good chunk of time in the lobby that morning, I think. Maybe this one. Or actually the solid pink one, I think, for this. Oh no. Okay. So the lobby for the morning, and I will use one of the reading girls for that because I did relax and read for several hours in there. Okay, and then our ocean swim. So let's do what we use to mark that one. Maybe one of these flags. Like this one. I know I have this pattern up there, but it does have the beach on it. I should put it this way, or just like this. I'm just gonna put it like that. Okay, ocean swim. Okay, that day we took naps and missed lunch. So let's use, I'm gonna use this little pillow. Okay, so we had our long naps in the afternoon. That there. And then we had dinner, and normally I just mark that with like a little one, but oh my goodness, I want to write a note to myself to remember this dinner because it was so ridiculous. We ended up sitting next, so I am going to use a little, like a little box, but I'm going to add something under it. So we ended up sitting next to a couple from Hawkesbury, Ontario, which is not like super close to here. It's about 5 hours away maybe. Oh, that's huge. Where are the little ones? Yeah, about 5 hours away. They were he was fine. She was the most negative woman I think I've ever met. Nothing made her happy about the resort. Like she was so mad about everything. If you've been to Cuba, you know that nobody goes to Cuba for the food. It's a very poor country. They have very limited resources. Like it's just not happening. You don't go there for gourmet food. I still don't like this. There, that's a tiny bit better. She was mad about everything. The food was terrible. Like, and we said, well, yeah, you know, no one comes here because the food is amazing. And she was like, we used to come here years ago and it was fine. And so, you know, she was complaining that there were no French fries at the buffet, which there weren't like traditional French fries. But it, like it was not, like there were potatoes that were cooked like French fries, right? Like it was fine. She was just so mad at everything. It was just so bizarre. Okay, I need to use a different flag color. I want to mark that it was cool and windy and rainy that morning. Oops, sorry, just hit my light and my camera. And we spent, after breakfast, we spent the rest of the morning in the lobby area, just chilling. We sat by the, like I said, there was a little balcony. And we sat by the balcony and read and talked and okay. Let's use, oh, am I out of coffee cups? Where's my, yeah, I think I am. That's okay. Let's use, actually, is there a coffee cup? Oh, just like a, oh yeah, a big, but a giant one. No, I don't think I'll use that. And she's too tired. Like we weren't exhausted, you know, because we slept like half the day before. And then the lobby. So let's use a box. I think this one. Maybe this one. I have space to fill. I could have positioned this better too. Oh, no, it's saying there. Okay. We were just sitting, and I think I will put the little reading girl here. So we did do some of that. Okay. We went to the lunch buffet. Use mark that. Okay, and then we had dinner at, oh no, we relaxed first. Okay, maybe what I'll do is I'll peel this up. It's gonna be ruined though. It's okay, I'm gonna put a box down for lunch. Just use this one. Okay, then I will put a I'm gonna say a bow. So this girl, I'm thinking, where's that other sheet here? Like a flag of some kind. Let's take this one. And we'll just put her like that. That'll do. And then we had dinner. Just use this one. Or maybe I think it needs more color. I'm gonna use this one. I can peel it off. So Sunday was a weird day. We had breakfast, and while we were at breakfast, we got the call from my tank, from my ex-husband, who was dog sitting for us, and that's when we got the call about the like her tumor having gotten worse, which sucked. So we knew that there was he was gonna take her to the vet in the afternoon, and we were going to arrange to be available to talk to. So after we went to breakfast, we went to the pool bar. Which one will I use for that? Do I have another? I have one of these. This will do. So let's use the green one here, the little blue one, I guess. I'll just put that there. And we talked to the bartenders, because one of the bartenders is pregnant with her first baby, due in March, and we asked her what some of the things she needed were, because we're in a Facebook group for the resort, like for Canadian, well, it's for anybody, but it's mostly Canadians who go there. And we were able to send a message to the Facebook group saying, you know, here's what she's really needing right now. And she let us know that what she really needed was a stroller. So, actually I think I'll use this one. And that they cost about 150 convertible pesos. So I thought, okay, well, you know what? I can probably raise almost that, if not that, before we even go. Strollers are hard to find. I thought if I'd known that, I would have arranged to bring one for her, but I didn't. So I thought I'll just see like what I might be able to raise for her. I just want a little, what do I want? I want to mark that we had lunch at the pool snack bar. So I'll just put that there. Oh, and this one was because my husband went for a swim and I did some reading. And then lunch at the pool snack bar. After lunch, so I'm gonna put a big box for this. We had the call about our pupper, which resulted in us like sitting in the lobby crying. No phone ones, right? Any calls? No, I'll just put the yellow paw print here for that. And then I was able to raise about $125 Canadian for Vanya, the bartender. So, and I found out like at the last minute, just as the bar was closing, that she wasn't going to be there the next day. And I didn't want to miss the opportunity to give it to her, so I grabbed the cash and took it over. Now, do I have like a present? I think there was one. Yeah, I'll use this one. So I actually had quite, I had a few friends back home donate, and actually somebody who was also at the resort at the same time we were wanted to contribute, but I had to give Vanya the money before we could meet up, but I think she went afterwards and either gave her some additional money like the next day, or what was I gonna say? Like gave her a gift, I think. Okay, where are my little, here we go. So dinner, which our last dinner there, we just ate at the buffet. I think we had a reservation and I think we skipped it again. Okay, that is it for the day today. It is full. Now we're gonna move on to the sidebar. Okay, I had to pause again. Nothing is going right in this filming session. Okay, sidebar. So the first thing that I wanted to do was put down something for dinners. So I think I'll start with this header here, and I'll put this here. My dog is trying to get into my shopping bags behind me. Okay, and I'll use this for dinners. Whoops. Like that. Okay, and then I was gonna put, so I have two options, although no, I really only have, what I wanted to do was put down like this remember thing and then just put a checklist like with some things that I'd like to remember from the trip. The only thing is I can't fit a checklist and a header in there. So although I could like I could do these ones and cut like 3 out. The other thing that I wanted to do was maybe put like a habit tracker sticker in just to like cross off the days that we went swimming in the ocean, but I know those will be in here. So maybe what I'll do is just, so I'll say, remember, and then how many will fit in here? Oh, we're so close to having them all fit. Actually, if I wonder if I could get this up. If I stack it, I wonder. Oh, and then I can, so this one or this one? I mean, any of them, but I think I'll do, this one, because if I have to trim it, it'll be easier to trim one of these than the design. Come on. Although this might make my decision for me. Oh my gosh, did you guys hear that? That's my Frenchie. Can I? No, if I'd bumped that up a tiny bit and that up a tiny bit, I would have been able to. That's okay, I'll cut the bottom one off. Oh dear. That is crooked. Okay, that might be a bit better. Okay, and we'll just put that there. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's done. Unbelievably, it is done. So that's amazing. Let me get my planner back out. And there we go. Finished rewind planner spread for the week of vacation. It's a long video. Thank you if you stuck through it. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. Now just to fill in all of the pen, and I'll have myself a nice little memory spread here. So thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all again soon. Bye, friends.